Hey everyone, just jumping on here quickly live, day late than I normally am because for some reason I didn't realize that Tuesday had left me already, and so I promise next week I will be on live, but probably will be Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, because I'm sure with the holiday, and you can see my Christmas stuff, my office, I was trying to find a spot where it looked like, normal, and my office has become the place where everything Christmas comes, and it's the door that gets closed every day, so it keeps the pets and the kids out. So definitely a little messy right back there, getting ready for Christmas, which I'm sure most of you are. So hopefully there's some people working this week. I hope so. And just to share a couple things with you to get you ready. Hopefully you watched last week's like how to post over the holidays on social media. If you have not, it's on the blog, it's on the group. I think it's still pinned, so I'll leave that up there because that's definitely really great, valuable information that you can, if you still haven't done that yet, you still have time. And so you want to make sure that you look through that. And I've listed like 3 things that are really great to just make sure you have set up before the holidays starts. And so it's the week before Christmas. We're about a little less than a week out, and really looking at 2018, which most of you probably hopefully have been thinking about 2018 for a while. And so next week I'm going to talk about like New Year's resolutions, or what I like to call goals for 2018. I'm going to share some of mine next week with you. And today I really just wanted to talk about something that kind of to get your social media jump started. I think I have a really cute name for it. Say goodbye to your social media marketing slump in 2018. And so I'm going to be launching another 5-day challenge, which most of you probably participated in last year. And that's how you may have ended up in this group. We had several hundred people that participated in the 5-day challenge, and got some really great feedback, what they liked, what they didn't like, got some people, to really see the return on investment in social media and kind of step outside that what I always do on social, and either it ends in it always works or it never works. Got to get people pushed out of that a little bit. So I think that's really important. And so the 5-day challenge this year, next year, 2018, will start on the 8th, January 8th, which is a Monday. You'll have a different challenge every day. I'll go for 5 days, and so it'll be Monday through Friday. I'll have a sign-up link, and I'll link that at the comments because I think I already have it up and running. So I'll go ahead and link that at the comments so you can go ahead and sign up. And what the sign-up will do is it'll allow you to get the challenge every day into your email, in your inbox. So you'll want to do that. I'll be posting on here as well. We'll have challenges, we'll have questions, and probably some live stuff that week as well. And so if you did it last year, it is going to be different because social media is always changing, and so we want to make sure that keeping you on top of things is probably one of my main goals, is to have good social content and content marketing out there. So our 5-day challenge this year, first thing will be a self audit, and that's not personal self, thank goodness, but it is a self audit of your social media marketing. And so I do several of these a year. I was going to count up how many, but I haven't done that for this past year. But I've done several social media audits, and people are really surprised on what they don't know. And we all just do the best we can with what we know. But then once we're empowered with more knowledge of what we know, then there's that opportunity to do better. And so the social media audit that I'm going to challenge you to do has some different things with different platforms, just to check kind of and make sure that you're doing the stuff that the new updates and your information is correct on certain things. So it's really funny to me that I run into people and they're like, well, I'm doing everything I can, everything's right, but I just am not seeing a result. And so I said, well, let me go in and just look at it. And when I look at it, I can usually pick 4 or 5 things out immediately that needs to be changed. So you show up in the Google search, so your organic reach goes better. So Facebook thinks you're legit. So there's certain things that you can do. And I'm going to explain all those the first day and give you a checklist. So that'll be our day 1. Day 2 is going to be more like maximizing the tools. So there's a lot of different tools on social media platforms. And so, for example, Facebook events is a great tool that I see that some people don't use. Like I'll say, hey, you may want to do, I'm having to open house, I'll say, well, you may want to do a Facebook event. And they're like, oh, I never thought of that. And so once they did the Facebook event, they're like, oh my gosh, you know, had 150 people come. Who knows who would have even seen it if there wasn't a Facebook event. So those tools on all those platforms, we're going to talk about those tools and how you can use those and integrate those into your business. The third day is everyone's favorite, waiting for the laughter, Facebook Live, Instagram Stories, Instagram Live, and so just some hidden tips and tricks. I promise it's not going to be like my June challenge that I challenged you to get on Facebook Live and Instagram Live. Those numbers were a lot lower than my January challenge, so I'm not sure, you know, if this is for everybody. But video definitely is the future, and so I want to talk a little bit about how to integrate that and to be more successful that way. And then day 4, it's all going to be about content marketing, which is an extreme buzzword. You know, people, you know, always say, I was listening to someone the other day, it's like, you know what, sometimes, you know, not all my content can be super engaging. Sometimes it has to be informative. Sometimes it has to be direct to the point, and it can't always have all this engagement. And so we're going to talk about how to like vary that and how that, you know, as long as you're getting your return on investment, do what works for you. You know, I could be doing different things, but I'm extremely busy. So I feel like, well, what I'm doing is working. So we'll talk about those differences and how if you're not working, then things can, you know, there's things that you can do to make it work. And then day 5, we're going to talk about social ads. And so I know that I've seen a huge difference, and I probably like, oh no, a couple weeks ago had 4 or 5 people in 1 week just message me like, what's going on with my social media ads, specifically Facebook? You know, their reach is down, I'm spending more money, what's going on? And so we're seeing a huge increase of people using social media ads more, especially around the holidays. But I think there's some hidden tips and tricks that if you haven't checked those out in the last year, there's been huge updates that are going to make it easier for you. And if you're one of those people that say, oh, you know, Facebook ads, I tried them and it didn't work, maybe they used to not work for you, but there's certain things that you can integrate now that they've almost made it, you know, seamless, but you have to know how to integrate those. So we're going to talk about those on the 5th day of the challenge. And so it will just be super informative. You'll have a little challenge every day to work through. You can do it at your own pace. You don't have to shove it in the 5 days, but I will tell you that I'm going to take it down at the end of January because like all good content, sometimes it changes and it goes, especially social media, and it goes away. And so something I might have said at the 1st of January may not be true at the end of January or end of February. So I want to take it down. So you will have about a month, give or take, to work on the challenge. But if you do sign up, which I'll link it in the comments, it'll come directly to your inbox. So that'll be really easy for you just to get it every day, organize it, you know, in a folder, and then you can go back and there'll be videos and checklists and worksheets that you can print out if you're, you know, if you like to do that kind of stuff or work through. And of course, join the group. You're already a part of the group if you're listening to this, and if you're watching it on the blog, you know, I'll have a link to in the blog to join the group so you can, you know, get information that way too and share and ask questions, because there's always, you know, things that maybe need more clarification as we move on. So if you have any questions about the challenge, you know, feel free to comment below. If you are interested in any other kind of service for 2018, definitely time to start, you know, at least getting a conversation going with me. Last week I signed on 6 new clients starting January. So I am, you know, probably looking at more of a February start date for people. So super busy. People are on top of it this year. 2018, you know, is going to have some challenges, you know, with the types of social media that are out there, how social media is changing, how our possibly access to the internet is changing. So there's going to be some definitely challenges, and I just want everyone to be prepared for that, because there is still, you still need to be using it. And just because there's a lot of challenges and roadblocks out there doesn't mean you're like, okay, I'm just going to throw up my hands and be done. There's other integrated marketing processes that we can do and ways around to still be successful in 2018. And I think that's what people are seeing and want to make sure they have a jump start on. So I wish you a very Merry Christmas. I'm hopefully going to, you know, kind of slow down as the week goes. I have some Christmas parties and things to go to, and I hope that you have a great holiday. And I am going to jump on here next week. One day I'll let you know when, and talk about some 2018 goals that I have and some things that I have coming up that I would, you know, love your input and love to see you at. So happy holidays.